What's up, guys? This is MLP FIM here, also known as Joker. You can probably pronounce it better, so you may as well just call me Joker, or refer to me as Joker. In case you couldn't tell by the title, well, you should, because you clicked on it, unless you're just clicking for fun. This is my review of My Little Pony Princess Magic Season 5 premiere, Cutie map. I'm just gonna say right now two major things before we start. One, obviously, since this is a review, there's going to be a lot of spoilers, so if you haven't seen this episode, or rather these two episodes yet, please do so, because it is worth it. Also, unlike a lot of reviewers, I'm not going to be using actual clips from the show. One of the reasons why is because, obviously, I don't want Hasbro taking this down. I realize that defeats the point of me uploading it in the first place. And secondly, I think it can be a bit distracting, because that's why have when I'm watching, say, someone like Mysterious Mr. Enter or Josh Scorcher, I always, looking at the episode clip, I'm like, oh, and, oh, what was he talking about? So, yeah, you can just look at this nice little picture I did, and I screwed up the aspect size, so might be a little bit stretched out, but it's more of the joke of it. Hello, I am Cutie. Welcome to Passing Nay. One does not simply drop in on Starlight Glimmer. Oh, well, that name. So, with that out of the way, and without further ado, let's get to it! So, well, I'm just going to be telling you now, this is my first ever review, so please be gentle on me. I've done a lot of notes. That's how I did the review. I watched the episode again, because it is a review. You review it. Hence the term review. Oh, hope you get that. And so I noted down a lot of this. Most of these are just points. There's... well, you see, as we go along, because I'll point it out, that's how I work. This is more of a ramble review, I guess you could say, but I do make a lot of points, I know them down, really a lot of points to cover, so let's get started before this drags on. We're already at 2 minutes, oh my goodness. So, first thing, really small nitpick out of many, many wonderful nitpicks, is when they all sat down in the beginning, obviously that's how the Cutie map is revealed. They all sit down at the same time, or maybe it's how they're all sat down at once, but is that really the first time they ever done that? I mean, we never done, I mean, it could be, like just the day after they hit the cast. I mean, it does seem like that, Twilight's just talking about, oh, we should go over it again, and I was just like, well, there's nothing to go over. But, which brings me to my next point of Twilight. Oh, Twilight has a good point in the fact that, why did the castle appear? Why did all this happen? Why is there all, why is this, so yeah, hoping that the writers do expand upon that. I mean, that's, as a writer myself, I know that you foreshadow things for a reason. It's really a horrible thing to do, and really shown bad writing if you bring something up that should be explained, and even you point out yourself should be explained, but you don't explain it. Pointing out your problems does not make them disappear. Thank you, Mr. Enter. And next I'm going to talk about how the map looks. I do like how it looks, it looks like a hologram and all that, everything's really nicely detailed. Hi, Mom and Dad! Spikezilla. Must stop from joking. But when I talk about it being a hologram, it's, I don't know, a really small nitpick again. It just kind of does kill the whole magical theme of everything if it looks like a hologram. I'm just expecting Patrick Stewart to be next to Twilight and be like, I do think that actually this map is a map of all of Equestria, but it does not show where the Griffins are. Number 2. Any ideas? Spark. Wait, wrong actor. One thing I also want to bring up, it's not really nitpick this one, this is actually an actual major point, is the new opening. I mean, I liked it what they did with Season 2. Season 2's opening was a bit different, it had a new tone to it, compared to Season 1, And it's been, I mean, Season 3 and Season 4 and Season 5, same tune, same opening, it's just, I don't know, I think they could do something more than that, I mean, like the Equestria Ghost theme, I heard that apparently that was going to be one of the new openings. It's just a little small thing. I really hope in Season 6 that they do bring a new tune and a new opening theme. I know everyone's probably already talked about this so much, but hey, my first review, I get to talk about it many, many wonderful times. Alright, next I want to bring up the fact that and this is actually one of the major bad sides of the episode. Oh, one of the major bad sides of the episode is the fact that it's a hidden village. I mean, one, this kind of defeats Starlight's goal. If you haven't seen the episode,
Then I already told you to watch it.
So you know who Starlight is. Yeah, it kind of defeats her goal of the whole, she wants, what I'm guessing at, because they never explained about, I'll get more into that later, of how, I think she wants, like, a whole lot of people to find her village and be a part of it, So why does she want it to remain hidden is kind of up there, like, I don't think this makes sense, but a little side thing. But what does bring me a little, is... surely someone has seen it in the past. I mean, obviously that's why maybe people are there, because, obviously there are explorers in Equestria. I'm sure 1 or 2 or 500 ponies have an exploring cutie mark, or a discovery cutie mark, or something like that. I mean, daring do. Surely she, and already established that she's rose, so surely she stumbled upon this. Sorry, hiccups. And obviously... supplies as well. I mean, I was saying around, it's a barren wasteland, so obviously they had to survive on something to make. They need something to make those cupcakes. They need something to. I mean, obviously, bloodshed comes out of a chimney, so they need some coal or something or some wood to have their fires. They need something to make their cloaks, those shoddy. They need something to build their house with. Yeah, they build their own hats, but I'll get to that soon. And obviously, they must be worried family and friends, and you could say that that the entire family was converted, that's why there's folds around and all that. Which, yeah, I might as well bring that right now. That, maybe they could have worked in the fact that, the worried ponies, because you see folds in there when they first go into the village, it's like, all these little folds running around as well, and it's like, they could have brought up the point that, actually, oh god, I just stumbled upon something that I didn't put down in my notes. Did the foals have the equals cutie marks as well? Because that'd be kind of interesting, with the whole, the cutie mark crusaders, they don't have them. Maybe they could have put them into this episode. That'd have been quite interesting how they handle that. But no, I'm more on the fact that, maybe they could have, they could have had a little scene in there. But as I point out later in my final notes, I said that there's nothing that's in the episode that shouldn't be. It doesn't feel like there's something that's like, ooh, that's a waste of a scene. No. But I do think they could have had a scene where, some worried friends or family come along and like, oh, why's my daughter here? Oh, why's my dad here? Why's my friend here? Oh, we're so worried about you. And then they convert them as well. Like, maybe that shows kind of like afterwards, like, oh my god, you're back. What happened to you? I just found out that having no cutie mark is better. I feel like that could have been something that could have been explored and better and explained things. It helps make a situation more believable and you can really be sucked into it. That's how I believe you create a more believable world and get people sucked in. It's by making it more realistic and whole, like, realistic in the world's laws sense. Anyway, moving on, hoofball. It's just that Spike goes on about, like, it's really just as popular as, say, like, football in America, or football over here, 2 different footballs, but, really popular at this point, yet this is the first time it ever gets mentioned. Like, it didn't get, like, ever. It's ridiculous. I hope they do put up again. Maybe there'll be a future episode about that. Maybe it'll be a Spike episode, because he's the only one who has actual feet for it, because goodness knows it'd be hard to play football with 4 legs, like, whoa. And I don't know, just a little thing here I wish would have happened is that when Pinky's doing that, spy thing, like, just rolling around under the rocks, I wish that she would have used her old spy outfit from the Crystal Empire, because I really love that. That was absolutely, I don't know, I just really loved that. I wish the outfit would have come back, because, oh man, I should have gone that figurine at BronyCon last year, because I saw this one of Pinkie Pie in the spy outfit, and it was absolutely gorgeous, but I digress. Also, I love the fountain that she can... I'm talking to people who have seen the episode, you haven't seen the episode, go watch it though. But the equal sign for the cutie mark, the equal sign, equality, I just really love that pun. I'm a real sucker for puns. I just really love puns. There's no such thing as a stupid pun for me. I really don't know why. I just really love puns. Like orange, you glad, when my friend brought it up when we were playing Mario Party 4 and there was an orange, he said, orange, you glad you landed on that, and it was just, Anyway, yeah, I already talked about the folds, so yeah. Yeah, when Fluttershy was like, I wish everyone was like friendly as these ponies are, but technically aren't they already? I mean, they're snooty people, but, like in Kennel, but they're still friendly, like when they approach Freddy, they were still like, how are you? Like, not everyone's like, get off of my lawn, you except when, that one episode, Magical Mystery Crew, when Pinkie Pie left and suddenly everyone hates each other, they want to kill each other. Just because Pinkie's the pillar of everyone's smiles. I don't know how to feel about that, but yeah, you know, I felt that was a bit out of place, like Fluttershy was saying, everyone else in the world is a bunch of jerks. Just a little. And Pinkie does seem a bit out of character, just being hostile towards everyone, like,
those aren't real smiles. They disgust me.
Which, really? I don't know, it just seemed out of character. I mean, I know that she's been insulted by the fact that there aren't real smiles, but she could have just said it and just kept her all happiness self, like, I don't know, it just as real, she was on it, just seemed a bit out of character, like they only did it just so they could have Pinkie do that weird face, you know, like when Fluttershy's bobbing her head, like, do 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 do, and Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie's just like, shakes her head, you boy. You know, it was worth it just for that one bit of animation. And now we bring up Starlight Glimmer. Yeah, I'll talk about her whole thing later, like, you know, her role as a villain, but I just want to point out her name. Starlight Glimmer, Sunset Shimmer, Twilight Sparkle, and let's not forget original name. Yeah, and it's just, it's like we can already spot either they were really lazy with her name, or we can spot that she's either one of the Celestial students, or she has a really important role. I mean, she wasn't even reformed at the end. Again, I'll get to that better. Maybe I should bring it up now, because I don't think I did note down the fact that I do like she wasn't reformed, because I think everyone is... That, you know, like, you know, Princess Luna was the very first actual villain in the show, and she got reformed again. You know, it was all about her greed, you know, and how I should have a better role. Nope, not no more. No, you're Princess Luna, and you're sorry. Discord, Master of Chaos. Yeah, you get reformed even though you're Master and God of Chaos. Green Chrysalis. Here's some rock. Nah, Green Chrysalis was also a fairly decent one, but yeah, I'm glad I didn't go with that again, because... Or even defeated, I guess, you know, it's not like she was defeated, it's like she's still out there, she's still a threat, so maybe she would be the first actual recurring villain. I really do hope that, because that's something I feel is missing from Friendship is Magic, just an actual continuity going on, apart from, oh, Discord is still around, kind of thing, no, instead of like, you know, not like a Team Rocket kind of thing where they appear, they fail, they're not trying to be progressive, but, you know, an actual progressive villain. You know, like, they appear in every episode, they try to do something, they get close to it, they never go, and that's what makes such a good villain. In my sense, but anyway, moving on, because there's so much to talk about Starlight Glimmer later. I don't want to drag on too much now. Anyway, I don't know why I made this note here. It's hard to understand my notes because I made these yesterday, but I say equality isn't about no talents. Oh yeah. I'm saying about how Glimmer should have, you know, she should have a better point, you know, about, you know, how equality affects people and how it should bring people together. Because, you know, she says, you know, how having no talent means you're equal. No, I think being equal is about so much more than that, you know. It's obviously such a big subject, you know, from a philosophical standpoint, what equality truly means, you know, being equal with each other on the same level, you know, communism, I don't know. I shouldn't be talking about that.
You see the comments already.
Yeah. But yeah, I really think, you know, it's also one of a good villain. Yeah, so much potential. I'm going to be moaning about this so much. We're only 30 minutes in and not done with the first page yet. Yeah, I have 3 pages here, but... Yeah, Starlight Glimmer should, you know, as a villain, she should be more diabolical, and that's the whole point. She does seem diabolical at times, but, you know, I already saw through her plan at the beginning. I was like, yeah, I see what's going on here. It's just, yeah, she should fool the audience so that we were like, oh my goodness, you actually was a villain? I need a good example. I need a really good example of a villain who does that. I know there are so many that do try that and do well, but, you know, true diabolicalness, that's what, I mean, Doug Walker talked about that in his, was it Lost? Yeah, it's Lost in Space review. You know, he said, "Come on, Doctor, be more diabolical." You know, I feel like it does make a good villain. Someone can trick them. You know, that's whole basis from why villains come from and why I love them. But anyway, moving on to the whole hairstyles thing. It's really just a short note here is that Starlight's hair. You know, she in the song, you know, she fixes someone's hair so that it's like everyone has this like free hairstyles. All the males have one hairstyle, but the girls all love free. Don't know, maybe a little slack thing there, but Starlight's, however, is all, you know, her own thing, and shouldn't they be on about her like that, like, but Starlight, why don't you have the same as us? Well, hello my baby, hello my honey, you know. I just feel like, you know, that was a little slip up there just to give her her own design, but in the end, I feel like, again, that could have been a little more diabolical. It just seemed like she was a really odd one out. Not only because her smile, like, not like theirs, but also her plan really just too, obvious, and also her hairstyle, you know, just things like that, you know, it really just leaves the plot really big and open. And there's one lyric in the song, just, you can't have, it's like, you can't have a nightmare if you don't have a dream. I don't have any sense of rhythm. Yeah, you can't have nightmares without dreams. I'm sure that these people's nightmare is if a monster did come through town and eat everyone. I'm pretty sure that counts as a nightmare. You don't need to have a dream of becoming the world's greatest astronaut to think about a monster coming to town, or even have a monster coming to town. Just again, it's just slight nitpicks, here and there, just things I like to poke at.
I like to poke it to see if it moves.
Oh yeah, here's the big one. I wanted to listen to this episode, though it didn't really come out, which kind of glad for. I'm sure there is, but thinking back on it again, review here. I didn't really see I don't remember a message, coming out in front of our face like, "Dear Princess Celestia, today." Glad they got rid of that, because I was tired of it after the first 3 episodes in season 1. It was more like season 2 at least. I got tired of it in season 2, and the whole diary thing. So yeah, I'm glad they got rid of that. I'm really glad they did, despite in season 4 that they didn't really do the diary that much anyway. So, yeah. But I really think the lesson that should have been learned here, I'm sure it was something else about, but I think the lesson should have been along the lines of special talents fill everyone's holes. Everyone helps each other out. You're not good at this, but it's okay. Someone else is really good at that. Oh, I need my house built. Well, I need someone to help me learn how to cook. Well, I can help you learn how to cook, and you can build my house. Well, that's a good thing. That's how society works. And even in the My Little Pony universe, not everyone can fly or use magic. The base thing, So there's a whole thing there, we all have to be equal, but I have a horn and I can fly. And clearly they are shown in the song that they do fly. And they do use their magic to lift things, so it's like, equality's kind of flown out the freaking window there, isn't it? Also, they had to point out, that was what they were kept talking about, like, oh, you're all different, but you all like each other. No, it should have been more about, your special talent and why it's there, being special is about, finding yourself, not showing off or being better than someone else. It's about finding what you're good at, feeling like you belong in the world, feeling like, like with, well, even though Mike, you can't see it there, but if you see me on the other things I do, my cutie mark is a broken image, that little image being there, but yeah, you get the idea, you get it. Sorry, I'm just looking at the timer and we're already at 17 minutes. Second page out of 3, we're almost there. 1/3 of the way through, and I noticed that, oh yeah, there's more notes on this page. And yeah, I already talked about how we had to basically assume Star's role, she doesn't say it in sound, she doesn't say it at the end like, oh, I would have gone away with it, which you could admit was a bit cliche, but still, we need to know her thing. I don't know, it's like a whole it's more like which side of the fence you're on at this point, which side of the fence do you think it was good that she never pointed out her goal, like, straight out, or would you think it was bad? And I think it kind of was bad, because we had to kind of assume what it was. Like, is she a control thing? Does she want to rule over everyone? The whole, what is a hidden village? How can she rule over everyone? And in the end, I think we can guess that she just wants control. Like, she enjoys having that much control over these people. But even then, it's not really control. It's like everyone's equal thing. So, kind of lost there. Really kind of lost there. And, oh, yeah. Just at the end of the episode when, like, the cloaks are really tacky and there's no signs, there's no architectural things like Rarity said. I think there's kind of what I like to call a whoops message, it's a message when in a show or in a movie or in a book, whatever, which is put there accidentally, like it comes out and it's like, no, I didn't mean to do that, I was just, oh boy, which is minimalism and simplicity are bad, which it shouldn't be. Like the Amish, you don't know who the Amish are, go look it up, but other things, like even Pinkie Pie's family, you can't say that they're bad or they're miserable. It's just their way of life. If they're happy with it, I've seen, and even for a while, I spent some time with some Amish people, and they are really happy people. They enjoy what they do. They have a lot of family time. I really do think that it is a message that shouldn't have been put in there. I think they should have been, I don't know, like at the end when they all get their powers back, the people who stay behind, and, when they all got their cutie marks back, powers because they all have the skill to lie and then makes pies out of snow, and the balloons. We'll get to that. We'll get to the balloons. I really do think at the end they should have just kept the way they are. They say, oh yeah, we do like living in this minimalist way. We do like living like this. We do like the idea of equality, so we're going to live like that. Just to get, and it could be a recurring town in the My Little Pony universe, but no, it's like, oh no, we're not going to live in that simplistic way anymore. No, we're going to have all these banners up, and we're going to have all these cakes, and we're going to wear what we want to do. all the hairstyles. Just, yeah, whoops, message. Whoops. Oh yeah, this is the other thing that comes up when, forgotten, the one who cooks, and they're like really bad at the one with the snow pipe, when she says, this and that is good a baker as anyone else is. Well, that means that no one else can be as good a builder, or as good a talker, or as good a dancer, or as, like, it's just the fact that the buildings are so good, like they're standing up, they're all straight walls, and even the electronics, that little speaker, like, actually, how do the speakers work if there's no electricity? Oh, that's another thing. No, we won't get into that. It's just that, you have to someone who's skilled at carpentry, someone who's skilled with masonry, someone who's skilled with schematics to do the buildings and the whole supply thing. Just so many things you gotta think about. I know it's My Little Pony, but I'm not saying it's bad. Trust me, it's not a bad episode. I mentioned before, it's not a bad episode. I'd give it a really good score, actually. Just a little thing to think about and something to bring up.
But I like it. I love it. I want to poke it to see if it moves.
And here we go. Now we're going to start talking about the things that I love in this episode. I made notes of this as well, and I do talk about it. Like, most of these episodes had a lot of potential behind it, but there are some things that I do love in this episode, like how they do handle the ponies who aren't as happy with their, not Cutie Marks, the party favor, Spitfire's hair, but white girl. And obviously the one who's cooking, like they're curious about the main six, they're happy to see the Cutie Marks again, and they want it so much, but they're still a bit conscious about it and a bit reserved, like, maybe for a day, just miss it, I really like how they handle that. Like, it's not like, an underground thing, like, oh, we hate this, we're not into this club, we're just scared to leave, but we got a plan. Or just really, really cautious, like, oh no, Marty, I'm afraid I couldn't do that, I'm afraid of confrontations. I really like how they did handle that. There's so many ways that they could have screwed that up, but really like it. That's the best way it could have happened for me. That's the best way they could have executed that. And I just got to comment that I'm sure so many other people have talked about this, but the Cutie Mark vault looks like an iPad. Like Cutie Mark apps. It's just, I don't know. I like that design. I liked it. It was just a nice little poke of fun. Yay. Poke us to see if it moves. The mission made Meadowbrook twice, with the whole staffing. It's the knife of the major Meadowbrook items. And I hope they bring it up a bit more, because I really hate that how they bring up something like Starswirl Bearded. I don't know, I feel like he should actually get an actual backstory up and then outside of the comics. I feel like he should be more than just, well, they got banished because Starswirl Bearded. The spell, it was Starswirl Bearded. Give him a character, don't make him a plot device. And I hope that doesn't happen with Mage Meadowbrook as well, it's like, oh, this got built by Mage Meadowbrooks. Oh, this is the library of Mage Meadowbrook. Oh, this happened because of Mage Meadowbrook. No, make him a character, oh, he loved this, so he did that. Don't make it chess piece storytelling, as Doug Walker once said. Alright. Oh, yeah, I really hated this moment when Twilight was under attack by that spell and getting her Cutie Mark taken. Why is no pony help? Why is no one of the main six helping her? I mean, oh god, Rainbow Dash, she's very hyper, she's very quick to temper out, so she'd be like, no, you don't, just like, zoom up in the air, boom, she's the fastest in the question, she should have gone, zoom up, zoom down, tackle Starlight, right in her face, Applejack Strong was out, she should have just, boom, boom. I mean, these are, townfolk are, seriously, the end of the main six are really weak, because they haven't got their Cutie Marks, so surely these ones as well, they're, oh, we're only as strong as each other, so that means we're only just as strong as the fall over here. I really do think that they should have done a lot more, especially with, I don't know, maybe some pre-back footballing, but they should have handled that way better. Like, maybe some sneak attacks or something. Maybe to lower separated, searching the town, or, like the caves. That was a great idea when they talked about the networks of caves. Maybe we should have tried to sneak in at night, when they go, oh no, okay, girls, we're gonna have to separate here, because Starlight knows her ways around the caves. Maybe she catches them all off guard. That would have been way better than just, oh no, we can't save Twilight.
But I'm really fast, and I care about my friend.
No, we can't. Suddenly Applejack is Zoidberg. Sorry. I really hate that. I really hate that whole, we can't do anything because plot. It's just, ugh. But I do absolutely really, really love how they showed how not having Cutie Marks dissipate the main six. How Rhodey's like, I love the drapes too. More pleasant than fun, I guess. And I was at I've been countryisms. Rainbow Dash was kind of left out, I think, but I like how they handled everything else. Especially Fluttershy. Not being able to talk to animals, Brady not being able to. I just really loved it. I really loved how they handled that. That was absolutely amazing how they handled that. They could have really screwed that up. And it would have been. I suppose that you'd have to try in order to screw something like that up. Oh god, 25 minutes. Quick, we gotta go on to the next point. But yeah, main point. Really love how I handled that. Really loved it. And actually, it was a decently thought out plan of how they had to escape. And execute as well. Like Fluttershy. Since you already showed so much interest in joining the village at the start. You'll be the one that they'll believe the most about leaving and joining them, so we'll have you join, then you can sneak around. I thought that was really well done, really thought out. And, yes, yeah, oh yeah. I don't know how, probably just because it's done so many times, this whole, how Starlight, as soon as Fluttershy comes out, she's like, then show the ponies who tried to do it before, when there's like, oh, people talk to us, so it's like, okay, to show that you are... that was really clever of her, and there's so much potential in her being willing just because of how clever she does come across at times, though, again, the whole network spin, they could have done that, made her so much better. But, she's like, okay, if you really are one of us, then point out who... Sure. Who's like, well, not really traitors, more like showed an interest in having their cutie marks back and talked about the K, who it was, and... I do love how Party Paper did, defended Fluttershy in the air to, turn himself in. That was... It also does show why they do fear him not coming out. Like, oh, I don't think we do that. They don't want to upset Starlight. And why? Because put back into the room where that horrible droning sound. Oh, if you don't know how horrible it is to hear the same droning message over and over and over again and being confined in this one little space, it's just... Even with so many other people, even that can be bad. Just seeing everyone else, seeing the other main six and even seeing other people just, like, in such a state. That could affect even more. So yeah, it really does show why all the towns, or gosh, some of the townsfolk would fear, stepping out and saying, maybe I should have my cutie mark that. No, don't put me in here! No, not in the safe room. No. Yeah, just really well put on again. Oh, more stuff to like. Yep. I like how they did have a backup plan, to even though it didn't work, but just in case Fluttershy doesn't go or she gets caught or something, we'll talk to about our friendship and want we stick together, get Party Paper to make sure he doesn't break, and then he can go out the next day and then spread it himself, he does it. I just love how they did have a backup plan, it's not like, well, Fluttershy, up you go, we'll just play cards here, because I really don't like that in any plot where it's just like, here's our main plan, and that's it. even I've done that in writing, I've had like, okay, main characters, here's our main plan, what about a backup plan? We don't need one, really, do we? Or even the ones that behind, they're just like playing cards. And yeah, again, Starlight, I need to talk again about how she does show so much promise as a really smart villain. How she keeps the main six's cutie marks with her in these jars, but then she's really stupid because she lets Fluttershy lock the main six in again, despite she doubts her. She says the very scene before, there was like, but why? But we trust Fluttershy. And the next morning, I do trust her, even though last night I didn't trust her. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, yeah, Starlight having her cutie mark still, that whole reveal thing, it was, again, obvious. I said before, like, her hair, she wasn't smiling like the rest, she was literally in them, and it was so obvious that her cutie mark was already there. Plus the fact she could use magic, It's like, oh, the staff, but what about the skill to use the staff? It's just, just really horrible twist. Not a twist. Yeah, they could have handled it so much better. They couldn't have done. They could have just so much better. Somebody could have done so much better. Oh, and speaking of Party Paper coming out the next morning, his face. But I didn't listen. Just his face is just because there's so many animations in this that are new, but so many that are repeated. Like when Starlight in the song's like, it's like a holiday, and she just does from these happy friends of mine pose, and it's just but yeah, I'm glad that they did do some actually new ones, like Pinkie Pie's face, but I didn't listen. Because, you know, even everyone talks about the smiles. Remember, they were done before. Remember Pinkamena smile? That's Pinkamena smile they're technically using. So yeah, I do like how they bring in some new ones that are meme-worthy. But I didn't listen. I'm gonna do that from now on. Every time someone makes a really dire face, but I didn't listen. Oh man, party paper forever. Or not, because the balloon's pink. Oh, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. We're almost there. Almost into the second page and half an hour in. Oh goodness. Right, so yeah, Starlight could have been a better villain. This is just some more notes about how she could have been a better villain, but I'll talk about a whole bunch at the end of this. If she hit her cutie mark better, because obviously, you know, it's just like, well, I'll just put some soot there, we'll do it. You know, she could have put, like, you know, a spell over it, because again, she can't use magic, no one notices it. You know, she's always on her own all the time, that's how she can hide it in the first place. Maybe put some silicone over it, you know, some plastic, some tape over it, some see-through tape, so that if the porter does get on it, it's like, nope, oh. You know, she could have hidden it way better. Also, you know, the fact of trusting Fluttershy is just, ugh. I trusted her last night, but she shouldn't have trusted her in the first place at all, you know, she should have seen through it, like, you know, oh, she shouldn't have joined that easily, plus I saw Twilight nudge her, you know, just making someone a smart villain, because, again, she had so much potential. Just seeing her starting the whole cult at the beginning, you know, she's the leader of this cult, you know, instead of being this big woman. I'll talk about it so much later. I'll talk about that so much later. Come on, we're almost at the end now. Almost at the end. And, yeah, speaking of that, technically Starlight was right about, you know, when they found out she had no cutie mark, they're like, oh, but we're in a big equality, you know, you should have been together, you should have been with us, but... And then Starlight does make a good point of the fact that her magic and her skills did create the harmony that they do have, because they do show that they're not actually brainwashed, it's just that some of them actually do, because that's a point to bring up in the fact that are they brainwashed, or because they do a brainwash room, but are some of them actually just there because they do enjoy this way of life? And then at the end they just screwed up. But yeah, she is right. Starlight is right in the fact that her magic did create their harmony, and another point that they could have done to fix the whole, instead of her having a cutie mark better, they could have had it so that, you know, Starlight does have her cutie mark because she's the one, like, you know, maybe she's like their guru or something that they all kind of on to lead them somewhere, like, oh, we're all equal, but, you know, we always go to our lovely, you know, our shaman Starlight. Maybe, yeah, there she got. She could have pulled, like, what was that? I forgot this one game where the fortune teller is also the leader of this village in this 8-bit game. I can't remember what it was, but they all had magical swords. But yeah, maybe she could have been like the shaman with her, you know, one who has her cutie mark, you know, like this old one who lives in the forest. And but like Starlight there is the one who, I don't know, they could have something like that. And skipping over my words here so much because I didn't note this down. This is all on the fly stuff. Some of the stuff I'm talking about. Oh, and I absolutely praise the writers for having Starlight just go to, because Twilight's trying to type the speech about, you know, like, because our friends and our friends and our friends, and Starlight's just like, quiet, with her neck pulsing all these things, like, I've had enough of you and your damn speeches. I just love that. Was just that's how you make a great villain. Oh, it's so much potential. Oh goodness, Starlight, you could have been better than Discord. She could have been so much better than Discord just because of how manipulative she was and how smart she seemed, and telling Twilight to shut up instead of taking her stupid speech. Not that Twilight speeches are stupid, it's just that, you know, obviously the villain will take it like that. Okay, here we go, last page, almost at the end, half an hour in. Oh yeah, just want a quick note here. One of my friends, and also one of the blunderballs this channel, who Aerodynamic, also known as DJ, Double Diamond looks exactly like his OC. Like, point for point, like, white, you know, white hair, white body, blue eyes, exactly the same haircut. The only difference is that Aerodynamic, for his name is a Pegasus, so if Aerodynamic's OC didn't have wings, he'd look exactly like Double Diamond. I just burst out laughing when I saw Double Diamond's actual hair, which just, poor Arrow. You must, alright, moving on quickly before I go into a laughing fit like I did last time. Alright. But, oh yeah, I really hated the fact that only 4 of the townfolk actually wanted to have revenge or to help the main 6. You know, it's like, you know, oh, they helped us see the truth about Starlight, kind of. or, or we're all really angry about Starlight, we want and these ponies helped us and all that, so what did they do? Only 4 of them. And I kind of spot why they did that, because, they were the only, aside from, Double Diamond was the one who only had a name and showed them around, and the other 3 were the ones who were like, oh, but we want our Queen back for one day, the rest were just in the freaking background. But I think they could have had an actual good angry mob. I mean, come on, man, I was hoping to put my torches and pitchforks. My torches and pitchforks. I was hoping for my torches and pitchforks, man. I don't even know you anymore, man. I don't know the show. I don't know these stories anymore about my torches and pitchforks. Yeah, so much potential for an actual good angry mob. But frankly, they did put it up really well in some regard. But I'll get to that soon. Yeah, I love how they actually... Yeah, I actually made the note here. How ponies other than the main 6 actually save the day for once, and they have their own special talents other than, Derpy having bubbles and nothing to do with bubbles, or, the cakes just baking cakes, like these 4 ponies, there's not like a repeat of main 6 or anything, like Double Diamond is a really good skier despite anyone could have... Like, if Spitfire can go that fast while carrying someone, couldn't she go twice as fast and just stop Starlight in her tracks? Yeah, because she got up to Starlight while carrying another person on skis. So technically, couldn't she go twice as fast, if not even more faster? Because if you're carrying an entire person, you know that you basically pretty much can't move. Because it's like, I'm carrying like 10 stone here. So obviously you carry nothing. It's like, zoom. So she could have gone zoom and just knocked Starlight on her ass or something. Yeah. But other than that, I really enjoyed how they actually did try to give them special talent. And, yeah, let's go through them. So from the start, I already talked about Double Diamond and his snowboarding. I love how they actually give him like an origin of how he met Starlight, but they could have done that with everyone. The snow pile was absolutely stupid, because, it's like, a snowball would not knock someone like her on her that easy. Like, if you've gotten the snowball to the back of the head before, it's just like, ow. It's not like, oh no, I'm sent blowing off the bridge, Especially since she had a cart on her as well, like a heavy cart. A snowball's not going to do that, or even a snow pie. And obviously the flying one is just discount Rainbow Dash. Or discount Spitfire, I can fly, I can fly, I can fly. So can half the population. Or 1/3 of it, I guess. And who's, yeah, that's 3 then. So, last one is Party Favor and his stupid balloon tricks. I'm sorry, but even if you're Pinkie Pie, you don't make, an actual plot point of the fact that, these are actual, like, no actual weight more than, say, a pound can cross a balloon bridge without it falling flat. Like, it should have been like, how the episode 2 event is like, wow, you made a balloon bridge doing the frog. It shouldn't have been, oh, this spans long because it's made of balloons, it's a bridge. And the binoculars. Balloons do not work that way. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. They could have done so much more with him in his balloon powers or anything else. Like, maybe he could have spawned a giant hot air balloon or something, or, something aside from making really stupid things. Oh, and if you're like, oh, he can't spawn a hot air balloon out of nowhere. He spawned enough balloons to make a bridge. I'm pretty sure he can spawn enough to make a giant hot air balloon. Or, like, pull up on us, just all attach him all to a rock, and he just holds onto the rock. He's like, yay! I don't know. I just don't like Party Favor and his powers. I really wish they could have left that out or done something different. Apart from discount Pinkie Pie and discount Rainbow Dash. Yeah, but I love how in this episode the threat wasn't, oh, Cressier's estate, or Cressier's all the princess is missing, or the night will last forever, or discord, and but no, it was actually something very personal to the characters for once. They'll lose their skill forever. They'll lose something very personal to them, and they'll never get it back. That's more endangering. That's something you can put more to the characters, because these are characters that we've known for a very long time. We know and love about these characters. We don't care that much about the world, because if you want people, I don't say this much, running tips, woo. If you want your viewers to care about a world, like put it in danger. This is why in a lot of stories you don't have the whole, oh, they inflict the entire world in danger until like the very last episode, season finale, or that, because you need to show the world before people will care about it. And that's why I didn't really care about the first episode that much. I was more intrigued in the characters and all that, and I love Nightmare Moon's design. That's what brought me into the first episode. But yeah, I really think they should have been like the Mist for the first episode, you know, something very personal to the characters, and that's how you create more actual power and more care of what's going on, like, or pure edge. You say, oh my god, that might not get the Cutie Marks back, I care about these characters, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Dr. Jesus, Dr. Jesus. Sorry, Nintendo Capri Sun reference. It's so good. Yeah, I absolutely love that part of this episode. That was probably my favorite part. Not the fate of Equestria, the fate, not even the fate of the characters, but something that really will fit the rest of their lives, you know, like, I was about to reference to something that probably should be mentioned, like kids kind of shoving in case someone underage is watching. I'll probably mention it another time if someone talks to me about it, I'll say what it is, but moving on to my last point before we go into the final thoughts. We're almost there, 40 minutes in, almost there. And it's just the fact, I think I mentioned this before, but how come the townsfolk weren't limited by having no Cutie Mark, but the main six were, you know, like, you know, if they can build things, and they can cook things, and they can run, and they can fly pretty fast, you know, and all that, and hold back the main six at some other points, you know, how come the main six are slow as molasses? They're just like, oh, why aren't we getting there any faster? It's a really small little nitpick, just a small little nitpick at the end. Why not? Because remember, folks, yeah, I should have gone for that quote instead of, you know, yeah, I like to poke it, but also, if you don't pick the nits, then the nits will lay eggs. Okay, here we go. Vital thoughts. I'm doing this voice. Yeah, so the only song this episode, which I actually am glad there was only one song, you know, instead of getting to a point, you know, because in the season 4 premiere there was quite a lot of songs, but I remember, you know, you'll play your part. I couldn't get enough of people doing covers of that. Oh. But yeah, I liked In Our Town, you know, in our town, everyone's the same. And I especially love the beginning. I just love that beat at the beginning, you know, the drums and the whistle, you know, heads high, ponies, nobody left behind. You know, you really felt there was so much energy in that song, despite it being a really slow beat. And coming from me, because I usually quite hate, well, not hate, hate's a strong word, but I'm not really into slower songs like this, but this one had such a huge beat to it, and so much energy, despite, you know, all of them being brainwashed. Remember, most people were singing a song that had so much energy and so much power to it. I'm really amazed by it. I think Daniel Ingram really outdid himself this time. I really love this. It's probably going to be one of my top 11 songs so far, or top 12. I don't know which. I'm going to start doing them soon. I've been wanting to do them for so long, countdowns. But yeah, I'd say it's definitely one of my favorite songs in the show so far. In Our Town, just because that beat, just how much it caught me off guard. I just heard just straight away I heard from the beginning of the song that heads high, ponies, just absolutely just really straight away sucked into the beat. Just it is really hard to prove that, because like when I first heard the Smile song, I wasn't into it at all. I was like, it's a song about smiling, but you know, this one straight away just hooked me right in just with that beat. Just amazing. Love you, Daniel Ingram. You're the one thing about the show that hasn't failed me so far. Or ever hasn't disappointed me. Yeah, Daniel Ingram has never. There's no song on the show that I really don't like. There's some ones that I don't like, but there's ones that I don't like. It's really hard to say. But before we go too long about Daniel Ingram, Starlight had so much potential. I've been going on about this song. It's finally time that we talk about this, because she had so much potential as, you know, a villain. Like, really up there as a, you know, because, you know, she wasn't powerful, but, you know, she was charismatic, she could have been, but even at the start, she was very diabolical, and she, especially her views and her grasp, you know, over the people, rather than blast everything and try to take everything by force like T-Rex, or just be like, I just don't care, like Discord, or blah, night will last forever, blast everything, blah. Like, I mean, this is the first time we've ever seen an actual villain who's just smart rather than counting on power, or just counting on how charismatic she can be with people, how much of a silver tongue she is at times, rather than just power. Yeah, I really like that. She had so much potential, really so much freaking potential, because, you know, instead of, because, you know, Discord, people liking just because how powerful he is, T-Rex because of how powerful he is, or whatever his story, but Starlight was more of a good villain in the sense that she has, you like how Doug Walker, if you don't know who Doug Walker is, he's a nostalgia critic, go check him out. He talked about, when talking about some other villains, you know, that lady in Cinderella, I think it was Lady Tremaine, but, you know, the evil stepmother, that's it. Don't know her actual name, it's sure she was given one in the movie, but she, had this control over one person that already made her hate her so much, just because that one control, because that's how you show it. You can't show someone controlling so much, because you have to show it that much. You know, you have to lead it through an entire really long game or a really long series to show how much this one person affected everything, you know, like the Fire Nation, how they have a stronghold, everything. You have to show that through all of Avatar to actually go like, yes, they're finally going to take down the Fire Nation! In one episode, you have to really show a smaller version of it to actually flesh it out better. And I think they really did this episode. Just because, like, you know, it wasn't really a trick, it was more like that's the thing, maybe that's part of why I like it so much, just because even I myself can't tell if these people were brainwashed or if they actually did enjoy it there. And that's, again, she's even tricking me. She's even tricking me. Oh my god. She's even tricking me. Joker. Oh yeah, just incredible. So much potential for it. She had this one little town. She had this much control and this much power over it. And that's what made her a villain, just because of that. I mean, she obviously had bigger goals. Maybe she wanted to control the entire world. But no, she just had that little town she had control over. And that's what made us kind of hate her in a way, or just made her a good villain. I don't really hate villains in a way. It's really hard for me to hate villains just because of what they do, because obviously it's like their point or whatever. But yeah, finally over it. I don't want to drag too much into it because we're really dragging for time here. Starlight, so much potential for a villain. Technically, she still is a good villain, but she could have been freaking amazing as a villain, you know? She could have been really up there. Just needs a name change, just needs to be written smarter. So much to be done. Just look for Mamba Hunts again. The Cutie map itself, because obviously the name of the episode, even though they should have... Actually, I like that, because, you know, it was kind of like we weren't expecting anything in the name of the episode, but the actual Cutie map itself is kind of a decent plot device, if I do say so myself, because obviously it's obviously going to lead the main characters directly to the problems, rather than convenience sake. Like, you know, it's like, oh, we're on a little thing, we're on an adventure, and oh my god, a problem! You know, or... It's like the episode as well. It's not like, you know... Celestia, actually, technically, did I make that? Did I make that point? No, I didn't, but, you know, like, they could have, oh yeah, I think I made it back there, I must have looked over it, but maybe Celestia could have gone to the main six, you know, oh, there's been these missing ponies, whatever, but no, they didn't, you know, because obviously, maybe they wrote back to their, yeah, that's something that could have happened, they could have written back to their folks or their friends and be like, oh, I'm fine, I'm just living in another town now, it's really nice here, maybe you should come visit us, and maybe that's how they got more, but, yeah, I do like that. Instead of it being a convenience or something else, it's actually a map. Maybe it's kind of a, kind of escape, not really escape, but kind of cheap to just go, well, they know where the problems are because they have a magical map which shows them where it is. But I don't know. I think they can get away with it. I really do think they can get away with this. Just, I hope that, because I was hoping for this in season 3 as well. Well, not season 3, season 4, when they were talking about the keys. I was hoping for Celestia to tell the main six, like, okay, I think I know this, I've seen this somewhere in this book. Here, it's Twilight. I took this book from you because it contains... And then it's like, oh my goodness, they spread all over Equestria. No, not Equestria, like outside of Equestria. Because that's the whole thing. Adventure! Adventure! I love my adventure! And I was hoping for adventure! You know, the fact that they had to look for keys all over. You know, they had to go to the Griffin Empire, they had to go visit the Sea Ponies. But obviously I think it was better the fact that the keys were actually symbols of each element. But yeah, I like that better. But oh, wait. Nope, my mic's still in. Thank goodness. I just heard my computer go to symbolize, to tell me that something just got disconnected. I don't know what it was. Yeah, that's what I want. I'm hoping that we do get, because of the Cutie map, you know, because obviously there's a map of everywhere, so maybe it goes, go see the Griffins. No, the ponies must go see the Sea Ponies. Oh, and maybe some more. I'm just really hoping they go to actual other places we've never been to or ever seen anything like. Because this was a good start. You know, start simple. Alright, and some really upper ones. These are really final. Oh, no. Double Diamond and number 3 needed more. Yeah, I think, yeah, that was a good note past me. Double Diamond, Party Favor, and the other two. Because I don't know their names so much. I think it was like Sugar Bell. Something like. But yeah, they all needed more development, you know. Before being like, oh yeah, these are the main ones. Like, Party Favor technically did. Double Diamond was kind of there to just go, but I thought we didn't trust Fluttershy. I think they could have added more development in the episode, you know, in a two-parter, but again, as I said before, there didn't really seem anything that shouldn't be there. It didn't seem like anything was a waste. Yeah, I hope they actually do appear more. I hope they, like, help out the main 6 number of times. Like, they drop down, like, I don't know, some backup. Like, we need backup. Get Double Diamond and his team. Dun, dun, dun. Diamond Sentai, Diamonds. Yeah. Kudos to the people who get that reference, but, oh, come on, last two notes here. Last two notes. So, yeah, as I said many, many times now, I'll just say there was nothing felt really wrong with the episode. Nothing felt really wasted. There wasn't anything so horribly bad apart from the main 6. Like, oh no, we had to say it here. That was really the only really terrible thing that I hated. That was the only thing that really felt like something that really ticked me off. Just main 6 standing there, Twilight in trouble. You guys, Rainbow Dash, you're fast. Do something. Applejack, you're strong. Do something. Pinkie Pie, you can break the fourth wall. Do something. It just really got to me. Maybe Rarity could have been a bit like Fluttershy scared because she's more skilled in fashion, passion for fashion. But yeah, that was the only thing that really ticked me off. And here we go, the last note. So, as a whole, the premiere was large, but it had such an impact to it, and it didn't need, the fate of a crush. It didn't need Discord flipping everything upside down. It didn't need the fate of the Crystal Empire with King Somber, Giant Smoke, crystals. It didn't need Nightmare Moon saying, oh, daylight will never come again, It really personal thing, really small thing, but it had so much impact. It was just incredible. I really think they pulled it off amazingly considering what Megan McCarthy's come up with in the past. But yeah, obviously there was a lot of nitpicks I pointed out, but none of them, as I said, none of them were really, that's the whole point of a nitpick. It's not something big, it's just a nitpicking. Nothing really that terrible. I love this episode. I will probably watch it over again in the future. Loving how Season 5 started. Hopefully they keep on running with this. Hopefully they get better. And hoping we see the Griffins and Sea Ponies. I am giving the episode, Cutie Map, wow, 51 minutes. Almost an hour. But I'm going to give it 7.2 out of 10. Really good episode. I enjoyed it. Love Means, really good song. Kind of messed up on the whole message thing, but you don't need a good message, you just need a good plot line. Well, technically I didn't even have that. I loved how Twilight was... Technically the main 6 were put off to the side and because of these other 4. Bottom line, love this episode. Can't wait for more. 7.2 out of 10. Keep it up, everyone. And thank you for watching this review of Cutie Map. This is MLP FIM, also known as Joker, saying bye-bye. Later.